All right, guys. Today we're going to talk about Trump Media and Technology Group, the parent company of Truth Social, and why it's making headlines as we approach a critical moment for the stock. So, for months, as you know, Truth Social is the SNS social media platform that Trump uses, right? And he started using that after he got kicked out of Twitter. And now, former President Donald Trump has been sitting on $2.3 billion stake in Trump Media that he hasn't been able to touch for months. That's because of a lockup period, which is common after mergers like this, preventing insiders from selling their shares. This lockup is set to expire by September 25th this month, right? Or even earlier if certain conditions are met. So what does it mean for Trump and investors? Let's start with the basics. Once the lockup ends, Trump could theoretically sell his shares or borrow against the stocks, right? And given his mounting legal fees and campaign expenses, it might seem like a good time to tap into that fortune. But the tricky part is selling a large amount of shares could cause the stock price to plummet even further, right? I mean, the decline has already begun, right? But it could fall further. And why? Well, because Trump Media stock, DJT, is already down about 70% from its high earlier this year, right? It recently dropped below $20 per share for the first time since it went public after merging with the SPAC. If Trump, who owns nearly 60% of the company, were to sell a big chunk of his shares, it could send a signal to the market that something is wrong, with the company or with Trump, right? Which could trigger more selling and push the stock even lower. Now, Trump Media has been struggling financially. In the most recent quarter, the company reported revenue of just $837,000, despite being valued at nearly $4 billion, right? Right now, it's $3.5 billion. And that's a massive disconnect. Which is why experts have pointed out that the stock is, very much overvalued, given its weak fundamentals. And with only $344 million in cash on hand and no significant revenue growth, it's hard to justify the current valuation. To make matters worse, some Trump Media insiders have already started selling their shares. The company's CFO and general counsel and even Devin Nunes, the CEO, have all cashed out millions recently. And when insiders start selling before lockup period ends, then it doesn't exactly boost confidence. But there's another option for Trump. Instead of selling, he could technically borrow against his stake in the company, and this would give him access to cash without directly affecting the stock price. But due to past issues, many banks may be reluctant to lend to Trump, right? But still, there are always wealthy supporters who might be willing to help out. So what's the takeaway? We're heading into a very uncertain time, right? The stock could face major selling pressure once the lockup expires. And if Trump or other insiders start cashing out, things could get ugly. Some analysts are even suggesting that the stock could fall into single digits, given how overvalued it is. So, it's obvious that the fundamentals don't support the current price and the risks are high. But I doubt that anybody's investing in this stock with the long-term prospect, right? It's all about the U.S. election. But if you're not investing in the stock, but if you're thinking about it, well, first of all, be very cautious. But it might be a good idea to wait until after September 25th to see how the market reacts once those shares become unlocked, right? So that's the situation right now. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, feel free to subscribe for more market updates. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Are you holding, selling, or staying on the sidelines? Let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye.